Hey guys, it's Student Government here. Welcome back to our podcast. We hope you enjoyed the last one. In today's episode, we have some special guests with us. Two of our first organizations here on our organization spotlight. So we have St. John's University National Student Speech Language Hearing Association and the Community for Underrepresented Excellence. Yay! Okay, today we will be hearing from what these two organizations have to offer and how to get involved. So we're going to start off. Whoever wants to go first and introduce themselves, you're more than welcome to. And let's get it rolling.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Jayleen. I'm the treasurer of CURE.
Oh, I'm Isabella, the secretary of NSSLHA. So NSSLHA is, like Mara said, the National Student Speech Language Hearing Association. So we are basically the only club for speech pathology and audiology students to get more of a network connection of like students within the major and preparation for like graduate school and things like that. What made me decide to join this organization was honestly by word of mouth. I was hearing it by a lot of my classmates, my phonetics class, and like a lot of professors like kind of mentioning it. So I was like, let me go. I went with some friends and I just stayed ever since then. I've made the most amazing friends ever. A lot of the people there I still keep in contact, and they're in graduate school and they're like going on to further education from there. And the amount of opportunities that I've found through this was just the best, and like I'm very grateful for it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and CURE is our community for underrepresented excellence, and our mission is to build a community and provide representation for underrepresented students who are interested and would like to go into healthcare. What really intrigued me about like wanting to join an organization like this and take on e-board positions such as like treasurer is my involvement and association with C-STEP to take on like a leadership role that would cater to students specializing with similar interests, especially in the medical field, and with a background most similar to my own.
Sweet deal. Wow.
Awesome. Oh my God. It's like a long list. I know you guys probably are involved in so much more, but that's a story for another day. So we wanted to know, like, what type of events do you guys hold? Like, what type of activities do you guys hold for students? Just give us a rundown, maybe some future events you guys have for the rest of the semester or even for next semester. And yeah.
Okay, so we don't have any events yet set in stone for next semester, but I could talk about events we just had hosted. So we did like an audiology workshop where we had a professor from an audiology, our graduate program. She also teaches undergrad, and she just like made us watch a movie about like people who are deaf, and like we learned about sign language and all of that.
Okay.
We also just did the childhood walk. The Walk for Childhood Apraxia, which is like a neurological disorder for kids and adults who can't really speak because it's impairing their speech. And that was like a really fun event. We went out to Long Beach, New York, so it was really nice. Other events that we do a mentor-mentee program, so it's just like an opportunity where you work with like undergrad, like the first-year students or transfer students work with like upperclassmen, like juniors and seniors. Other things that we have done, we are actually this Thursday we're doing our chapter social trivia, where we just like work together, do some fun trivia questions, and it's just really nice. Some other activities we're doing this semester is meet a speech pathologist, and we're going to have the student faculty luncheon. I don't have the exact date with me right now, but it's just where you get to meet faculty members of our undergraduate program, like professors that you could be taking for your next classes or professors you've had. And it's really great networking because you could ask them about their research and things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and as far as CURE, we are housed under C-STEP, which is the Collegiate Science Technology Entry Program for underrepresented or low-income students of New York State. And types of events we've had hosted like in the past and will host in the future include a pre-health timeline. We've also discussed pathways that students may be interested in learning more about or being exposed to. An upcoming event we do have, which is on the 31st, is type of certifications that can help your resume kind of look better and also expose you to the medical field where you'll be accruing, patient care hours or healthcare hours and getting that contact that you need. Another one is intro to our e-board, so you can meet our members and different opportunities that we can take on to looking for applications to apply to those healthcare pathways.
That's amazing. I love that you guys really focus and hone in on professional development. However, you guys do it from a personable approach because, some students, they get a little afraid to go to these things. And they're like, okay, yeah, I'm here and I'm, going to school every day, but I don't know what I'm going to do for the next part of my career or even how to start it. And you guys, you already bridged that gap, which I feel like is super important for us to do as, student organizations because, everybody needs a friend sometimes, and I feel
Honestly,
like
yeah.
you were saying before, like sometimes, you know, you can make your first friend in these clubs, and like even if you don't have that friend group, you will find those groups of people that really resonate with you, like in clubs like this. So yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Even just having a space where, you know, people are in the same major or pathways, have the same interests,
Yeah.
and maybe going to the same courses that you have, or have the same questions that you may be like afraid to ask higher ups within the school, having that outlet where you can be exposed to like those tools that you may need.
Yeah, I agree, because I feel like I made a lot of my friends through student government, even through like marketing club. Like, I have a lot of friends that do have the same interest in me. We might not, you know, see eye to eye on every single thing, but it's great to have those people that you can just lean on when you need to talk to about those specific things. Because I know my friends from back home, I can tell them about me stressing about school, and they'll be like, "Girl, I don't know what you're talking about." Like,
Yeah.
no, yeah, but that's amazing. So we're going to move on to the next question, and I just wanted to know, like, what really sets your organizations apart from others? Like, what do you think is really that sets you apart and puts you on a, like, not even a higher pedestal, but I would say just puts you in your own lane and makes you guys have your members to keep coming back to your meetings all the time, and that's, like, events that you guys host as well, too.
Okay, so I guess I could go first. So like I touched upon earlier, we're like the only organization for speech pathology and audiology students. So I could give you a little brief of like what we mentioned in our GBM. So like our mission statement. So it is to encourage professional interest in the study of human communication science and disorders, to promote networking with peers, professors, clinicians, and other professionals in the field, and foster a close-knit community of CSD majors. And, you know, as a speech pathology major, like I know some other students, like when they come in their freshman year, it's just like we get the access of like both audiology and speech pathology, and it can be very overwhelming. And a lot of the students, like they end up coming, they're like, oh, I'm interested in audiology, but I don't know. Like all I'm like doing is just like my classes, like for like intro to hearing science, intro to audiology. And we provide those like workshops, like I said, like audiology workshop and like meeting professionals in the field to like give that set in stone. And a lot of my friends now, because of those opportunities in these workshops, they're like, I actually want to do audiology, or like I actually really know that I want to do speech pathology. And that kind of helped me with my interest. Like I want to do speech pathology not only because like I came in with that mindset, but it was just like I was able to like meet these professionals in the field, meeting professors and all of that, and like meeting like my like these students I'd never had classes with in upperclassmen.
Exactly.
I'm just like, wow, like this is really good to know.
Yeah.
And, like, the major itself can be overwhelming. Like, a lot of people, like,
Trust.
oh, yeah, like, they're always, like, saying, like, oh, these classes and then this classes. And, like, just now, like, I was helping, like, my mentees that I have, too, and, like, other students in the major. They would come to the upperclassmen, and they're like, can you help me break down my classes that I have to do?
Aww.
Like, what should I do? And I was helping one of the freshmen, like, about a week ago, like, prepping her 4 years of her classes, like to do like because the
What to do
advisors,
first, yeah,
like they help, but then they also can't guide in everything. And like,
Yeah, they
having
don't have like that experience,
Yeah.
the same thing that you have, because
Yeah.
they could be your advisor, but they probably don't have the degree that you had. So it's like
Yeah.
they don't really know from like a first person
100%.
perspective.
So
Yeah. And what I would say sets Cure apart from other organizations is that it fosters a majority community for Black and Latino students within the pre-health field, to be surrounded by students who have similar goals and plans on advancing in a field that's so ever-changing and like advancing with day-to-day life.
Yep.
Some may think it's similar to organizations, but it's really not. Just in the way that we don't give you a PowerPoint, read off the slides, and have like an e-board
Yeah,
that
like
just
a lecture.
Like a whole lecture.
yeah, have an e-board that may just like yap for like an hour or anything like that. Our goal and like what we believe in is to like communicate as a group, bounce off ideas, definitely hearing back from our members what they need, what we can expand on as our
Yeah.
club, and how we can provide whatever resources they may need. Providing well, our main goal is like providing information to better prepare them for whatever field they may need access to, which is like MAs, maybe nursing, MD or PAs, like etc. Like we're open to all ideas and always like building on how we can reach out to the next student.
Yeah, that's amazing. You know, like I feel like it's always super important to get students' feedback. That's something I feel like even apart from just like anything in general, like what we do specifically in student government, we have Senate meetings, which is actually going on right now. But like,
Don't tell Daniel.
we usually have things that are, it's called campus dialogue. So literally you can complain about anything on campus and let us know, like, you know, and we have meetings with administration literally every single week, or probably like daily. Like it's a lot. Like it's hard to keep up, because we'll have one meeting about like auxiliary services for food, and then we'll have one meeting about campus recreation to talk about like the gym, and then we'll have another meeting about like dorming on campus. So it's like, it's a lot to keep up, but we definitely, to everybody watching this, whether it be through student government or the two organizations that are here today, we definitely listen to what you guys have to say, and we want your voices to be heard, whether it be through an organization or through student government itself. It's super important, especially nowadays. Like, people think their voices don't matter, but they really do matter. Even with like election coming up, like it's super important to make your voice heard. No matter if you feel like somebody's going to judge you for it, oh well, at least you took that, you know, that stance and that point of view and you ran with it. But honestly, that's really great. I love what you guys are doing. Honestly, keep it up. It only gets better, and like consistency is definitely key. So you guys keep the amount that you keep engaging with them, it's going to come right back to you, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. But yeah, so now we're going to go into a question. It's not something that I basically prepared, but I wanted to just ask you on Paul's behalf. So it's kind of like
the script, guys. There we go.
So it's kind of like, how familiar are you guys, like, you know, with like special allocations? Just like, I mean, we do have a treasurer here, so maybe she does know. I hope she knows. But like, do you guys feel comfortable with it? Do you ever have any questions? Like, what do you feel like is the best advice for anybody who is dealing with like finances of their club, or like within their executive board themselves? Like, what is the best way to work together with their executive board that you feel like has helped you guys succeed in the way that you're succeeding right now?
We definitely don't make it like our main priority to like, you know, make maybe like reaching a certain goal or like making money our main priority. It's always like focusing on the students, but as well, we do want to provide like an engaging environment, so you have to provide like those resources. We're always bouncing off ideas, always asking our e-board members and involving them with any, you know, treasure elective ideas that we have. It's not just one position I keep to myself. We're all contributive to it, I feel like. It's more than just like the money aspects of it, but how we use that money to promote our club and bring in more people and provide whatever resources we can to them. Special allocations, I would say, always see what new opportunities you can expand on.
Exactly.
Like, how can you reach out to people, or how you can work with other clubs and organizations to raise more money for your own, or like set new goals, I would say, all the time.
Yeah, I totally agree, because I just feel like we have this YouTube channel and we wanted to utilize it for our voice to be heard and for people to actually, you know, listen to us outside of just looking at one of like our Instagram posts or seeing us around, like, you know, DAC or something.
Here, and here.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just, this is also another resource too, because they want to hear from other students as well too, their experiences, as well as like how to do things step by step. So like we posted like how to do a purchase request, how to request special allocations. We want to see if it's like working for people, and honestly, like they're happy whenever they send an email to us. Now we'll literally be like, okay, check out our YouTube channel. Here's the link. This is how you can do it. If you don't want to sit through the whole 5-minute video, watch it in 2 times speed.
2.5. There we go.
For mine, like how Jayleen said, like I'm part of Cure with her, so I'm part of the e-board, and like we've gotten really close like since like we've all met over the summer. So like we definitely bounce ideas. Like it's never just like, oh, the president, the VP, or like certain other positions. Like it's all of us. Like
all
we have our meetings.
Deck.
Like we talk. And same with Nisha. Like we've been friends for like since like all our like freshman year and all of that, and like we've just gotten way closer within like because we're in the major and all of that. And so we are always bouncing off ideas. We're always communicating, like being very open and like, oh, like I want to do this or we should do that. And like we're very like open to hearing other advice from even students. Like one at the ends of our meetings, we're taking advice like, oh, like in the form, because they have to do like attendance. So in order to be considered an active member, And, like, we honestly just, like, because I'm secretary, so I have to do it. I'm like, oh, like, is there something you want to, like, us to have a meeting about, like, for next semester? Is there something you want us to target? And a lot of the students were saying, like, for graduate school, like, you know, it's a hard process to apply to be a graduate school and all of that. So we definitely, like, take advantage of everyone's opinions, not just, like, eBoard. We want it to be very open to the community. For special allocations, when it comes to that, my treasurer's not here, so she probably could speak more upon that. But from my understanding, she does know a lot more than I would say I do, because, like, I'm secretary. That's not really mine. I just work with her and make sure, like, we have our dues, we have everyone's, like, membership submitted and all of that. But again, like, when you guys talk about the YouTube channel, I have utilized it. Like, if I feel like, oh, I'm not sure about something when it comes to, like, being part of eBoard, I definitely have taken advantage and watched the videos. Or even asked you guys. Like, you probably seen me in the office a couple of times. Like, hey guys, can we talk about this?
Honestly, like, we're always a text or a call away.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, super simple. Like, that's one thing we want to do, especially with student government. Our goal a lot this semester, and honestly this academic year, was just to make our board seem as personal as possible and really hone in and execute all of those ideas we had on our platform. Like Grubhub Premium, that's an actual thing now. Like, you know, students have access to Grubhub with their Storm card and Flex Dollars. If you don't know that, now you know. But, you know, it's just super important. Yeah, it's a little secret, but, you know, we got to share it. That's why we got people listening to this. You know?
I would say this semester, I've definitely seen SGI's presence a lot more, like, on campus.
Oh my God.
That's all the merit, guys.
What
Shout
you
out
guys promote
America.
information-wise, but, like, also as well as in, like, actual activities, like fairs that you guys are in. Like, I've seen you guys.
We definitely try to make our faces, like, and honestly show face, but still talk to students at different events. It doesn't matter if it's, like, SGI recognized or not, or just departments in general. Like, we're the type of people will say yes to anything. So
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, you guys want us to table? Yeah, we'll table. And then we're texting the day of, and we're like, okay, so who could be there? And we're like,
What time is
okay,
it again? Yeah.
wait, one of us could be there, but I mean, one is better than nothing. And then we all end up showing up and helping out. And it's just, you know, it's really, that's what makes students feel more comfortable and want to reach out to us and, like, ask us, like, simple, like, literally the simplest questions. Like, I have people asking me about things that have nothing to do with student government, but am I going to answer it? Of course I am. Because period.
No,
but
100% agree with you. Because, like, literally, I've never, like, talked about SGI before, and now I am like, oh my gosh, like, I'd, like, take advantage of SGI. Like, they're offering these things, and I'm, like, telling everyone, even with Kira, I'm like, we should do this, we should do that, like, get ourselves more recognized on campus, because we are housed under C-STEP. So, like, makes it a bit difficult for other people to know who we are other than students in that program. But, like, doing that, like, we reached out to you guys, like, and you guys are letting us, like, show and, like, have Jayleen here with me and do it and talk about it. So definitely you guys are amazing.
No.
Yeah,
we that's one thing we really wanted to do, is just be the biggest resource as possible. But, like, if we don't have that connection right now to give to you guys, we know somebody that does, and we'll get you connected with them. Like, it's that simple. But yeah, so our last question, my favorite one.
Lock in, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna have Jared read it.
Oh no. All right. Your last question for 20 points. Why should people join this organization?
And rapid fire, elevator pitch. So make it quick, make it cute, make it sweet. But just get all your information in there. Whoever wants to go first, you're more than welcome to. Ready, go.
All right, I'll take it first. People should join this organization to find people who are, you know, people of color, find a group of people coming from similar backgrounds, experiences, ready to work together and network, most importantly.
Period.
And encourage that, because it's best to stick together and help each other out than be against one another. It's such a big campus, easy to get lost. So we want you to start finding your community and just grow with us.
Damn, I'm sold on that. Wow.
Yeah.
I
Where can I sign up?
All right, how can I top that? I'm kidding. Similar to what Jayleen said, like, we want you guys to have a community, especially, like, incoming freshmen. Like, I was talking to prospective, like, seniors looking in for St. John's, and I was honestly telling them, I'm like I said, this is a very competitive and very difficult field. If you want to feel like you're going to be seen and you're going to be heard and you're going to have, like, people that you could trust and, like, you know, build that friendship and bonds, because honestly, you don't know the person that you're sitting next to in your phonetics class, and any of your classes, like, are going to be, like, they're going to own their own private practice. They're going to be, like, one of the best, like speech pathologists in the DOE or audiologists and all of that. So definitely do that, and really just have a group of people that you could feel comfortable with.
Yes. Okay. Y'all ate that. We're gonna show up to the next meeting. But definitely, right now, you guys can shout out your Instagrams. That way, people can follow you. It'll be on the screen right now.
Okay.
If you don't know off the top of your head, you can pull it up right now.
Okay, so I'll go first. So it's NSSLA. No, actually, I'm wrong.
Guys,
I actually can't even speak. So it's NSSLHA_SJU Queens.
Period.
Right. And for Cure, it's CURE.SJU.
Okay, so definitely give them a follow. If you guys have any questions or anything, you could always DM them.
Of course.
Yes.
You'll see them around campus. Definitely some promotion. You'll see it on our Instagram as well, too, at SJUSGI. It was lovely to have you guys here.
Thank you for having us here.
You guys are our first organization spotlight, so we're super happy with it. Making history right now. But yeah, we really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you do want to be on our next segment of our podcast, you can email our Vice President, Daniel Sanchez, daniel.sanchez21 at my.stjohns.edu. And you could DM us on Instagram at SJUSGI. If you have any inquiries, we'll soon enough have, probably by the time this podcast is up, we'll have a Google form in our link in our bio. That way you guys can fill it out and we'll coordinate a time to meet with you guys. But yeah, thank you guys. See you in the next one. Everybody say bye.
Bye.